History isn't just what happened. It's also what almost happened. A single vote, one decision, one moment. What if events went another way? Join us on the journey as we explore what if the Stonewall Inn riot never happened. History often hinges on moments of eruption. Crowds gather, anger spills into the streets. A movement is born. But sometimes history turns not on explosions, but on silence. In the early morning hours of June 28, 1969, police planned another routine raid on the Stonewall Inn in New York's Greenwich Village. The bar was illegal. Like many gay bars of the era, it was owned and operated by organized crime. The Mafia controlled several such establishments in the city. They watered down drinks, charged inflated prices, and paid off police to look the other way. For years, this corrupt arrangement allowed the bars to operate, until the police occasionally decided to enforce the law. In our history, one of those raids sparked something extraordinary. A riot, a moment when a marginalized community fought back. But in this alternate timeline, the Mafia makes a different decision. Sensing increased police pressure, the bar's operators increase their payments. More money, more assurance. Enough to make the problem disappear. The police cancel the raid. Christopher Street remains quiet. Music plays. People dance. The night ends like thousands before it. And the moment that could have ignited a revolution never happens. In 1969, homosexuality in the United States was still widely criminalized. Sodomy laws existed in nearly every state. Bars serving gay patrons were illegal in many cities. Police raids were routine. Arrests were common. Newspapers often printed the names and addresses of those detained. Employers fired them. Landlords evicted them. Families disowned them. Without the riots at Stonewall, none of this changes. There is no moment of collective resistance, no symbol, no rallying cry. Instead, the pattern continues. Raid, arrest, humiliation. And fear becomes the organizing principle of LGBTQ life. Activist organizations do exist, but they remain cautious and small. Groups like the Mattachine Society advocate quietly for tolerance. They avoid confrontation. They avoid publicity. They encourage members to blend in. Respectability becomes the movement's only strategy, and it changes almost nothing. Without Stonewall, there is no dramatic awakening, no gay liberation front, no explosion of grassroots activism across American cities. The LGBTQ community remains fragmented and isolated. People find each other in bars, in parks, in coded spaces, but rarely in politics. The most marginalized remain invisible. Trans women, queer youth, and people of color are pushed even further into the shadows. Activists who might have become powerful voices, including figures like Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, never become national symbols. Their communities remain largely ignored, even within early advocacy groups. Without Stonewall, there is no pride, no annual public celebration of identity, no visible demonstrations demanding equality. Instead, there is only quiet survival. Through the 1970s, police harassment intensifies rather than declines. Cities expand laws against public indecency. Undercover officers conduct widespread entrapment operations. Men are arrested in parks. Bars are shut down. Entire neighborhoods become surveillance zones. Without large protests or organized resistance, few politicians challenge these practices. Many support them. Moral panic spreads through media and politics. Television programs describe homosexuality as deviant. Religious groups campaign aggressively against it. School systems adopt policies allowing teachers to be fired for suspected homosexuality. And most Americans accept this reality without question, because there is no widely visible movement pushing back. Then, in the early 1980s, a mysterious illness appears. Young men begin dying from rare infections. Doctors struggle to understand what is happening. In our history, the AIDS crisis galvanized activism. Organizations formed quickly. Protests demanded government action. But in this alternate world, the LGBTQ community lacks those networks. There is no legacy of Stonewall. No culture of mass resistance. And the government response is even slower. More dismissive. Many politicians frame the epidemic as a consequence of immoral behavior.
Some religious leaders describe it as divine punishment.
Funding for research is delayed. Hospitals hesitate to treat patients. Fear spreads rapidly. Families refuse to claim bodies. Entire communities are devastated. The epidemic becomes not only a public health disaster, but a cultural turning point, one that fuels a powerful backlash. Throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s, public attitudes toward LGBTQ people hardened. New laws are proposed to restrict promotion of homosexuality. Schools ban discussion of LGBTQ topics. Cities pass zoning laws targeting gay bars and clubs. Police raids increase again. And because the community remains politically fragmented, resistance is limited. Many people retreat further into secrecy. Closets become deeper. Fear becomes generational. An entire generation grows up learning that visibility is dangerous. The cultural consequences ripple outward. Hollywood avoids openly gay characters for decades longer. Few celebrities come out publicly. Television portrays LGBTQ people as tragic or criminal. Without pride marches, there is no annual display of collective identity. No reminder to society that LGBTQ people exist in every city and every profession. In this alternate present day, LGBTQ rights remain limited. Marriage equality never becomes national policy in the United States. Some cities adopt anti-discrimination protections. Many do not. Violence and harassment remain widespread. Transgender people face even harsher legal restrictions. The movement continues fighting for basic recognition, decades after those battles were fought elsewhere. And historians searching for the turning point find none. No riot, no uprising, no night when everything changed. In this world, the Stonewall riots never happened. The police never raided the bar. The Mafia's bribe worked. Christopher Street stayed quiet, and because it did, a revolution never began. Sometimes history changes because people fight back. But sometimes it fails to change because the moment to fight never arrives. And when that moment disappears, so can generations of progress. What are history's what-ifs you'd like to see explored? Leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe.